Namaste. An appeal. Dear sisters and brothers, I would like to share an incident with you that happened when Sister Kasturi was visiting Babuji at Shahjahan. One morning, they were sitting quietly when she noticed Babuji's face suddenly turn morose, as if a fully bloomed flower had begun to wilt. She felt as if Babuji's consciousness, which had been spread throughout the universe, was withdrawing. The atmosphere became heavier and she expressed her concern. What happened, Babuji? Why? Babuji responded with lot of pain, saying that politics had crept into one center and the members were not behaving correctly. In line with this, she also remarked that when Babuji is happy, nothing can stop him from raising an individual to the highest, even within the blink of an eye. Nothing makes the great master happier than teamwork and unity, and nothing makes him sadder than discord and friction. The Sahajmarg spiritual movement is intensifying every day, despite many obstacles. Our dedicated members are doing their best. Even newcomers whisper the beauty of Sahajmarg to their circle. That is happening in a natural way, as it should. As heartful volunteers serving the Lord, we encounter many interesting people who contribute toward the Sahajmarg spiritual movement with all their hearts. They come together and form various teams in order to refine the distribution of responsibilities. It is natural that when many minds operate together, the movement picks up with even more intensity. There will be times when we agree and times when we disagree, which is fine. However, the differences are often not well taken, and this results in emotional turmoil. We become closer to those with whom we agree, while considering those who disagree as being closed-hearted and having limited understanding. This situation only arises because we are unable to see from the other person's perspective. In that case, who is acting with limited understanding and a closed heart? In many messages from the brighter world, we are advised to see the goodness in others who have a different outlook. However, we tend to consider this approach to be overly optimistic and impractical. Nevertheless, it is vital. It will allow sympathy for others to mature into empathy. By adopting such an outlook, we will be able to develop unity. It is easy to discard someone who does not agree or comply with your own point of view. But can you achieve anything noble by being contentious? No doubt, interpersonal differences can hurt us, and the reason is that we take things personally. In unity, there is no room for personal fancy. We all want the betterment of this movement, our ideal. If at every turn we are going to get hurt by the words and actions of others, then we have yet to learn the basic lesson. Reducing the causes of hurt is one of the solutions. These causes of hurt are not physical arrows or bullets coming our way, where we would have to wear a bulletproof vest. These are subtler, invisible arrows of disagreement which can only be averted by developing an attitude of indifference. Sage Patanjali offers the wonderful solution of developing indifference toward the wicked. Perhaps I may be criticized for considering the other as wicked in the first place, before expressing indifference toward the perceived differences with others. All dedicated members who are busy spreading this movement must be able to discriminate what is important from what is not so relevant to our movement. Then the rest of our efforts will be well invested with efficacy. I always remind myself of this couplet. चुपके दर्द हर उम्मीद उठाकर ले गया, दिल के दरवाजे पे उसके याद का पहरा न. Silently, pain took away every hope. At the door of the heart, the guard of remembrance was absent. It is this remembrance of the Lord that protects us from being vulnerable to attacks and also prevents us from attacking other dedicated members of the team. Remembrance will filter and permit only that which will make our beloved happy. When new teams are formed, the team members start learning the process of refining and enhancing the movement. Mistakes will be made. In fact, mistakes are part of any process of learning, just as small children fall over many times when they are learning to walk. Also, it is worth reflecting on what is a mistake. Sometimes what you or I may consider to be a mistake may be another way of doing something that will eventually turn out to be better. It may just need a bit of fine-tuning before it is perfected. So, it will be of great benefit if we allow some space for new approaches, even if they sometimes fail, in order to bring about change and continuous improvement. The creative process demands that. When we observe nature, we find that she is very generous in allowing all creatures to try various ways to adapt to new circumstances in order to see what will work best. As newer members join our teams, they become temporarily indebted for the chance to contribute something in addition to their daily practice. New volunteers will spread up our movement only when the idea sinks into their hearts that all of us are serving the Lord together. As the current group of new volunteers mature, grow and gain higher responsibilities, the next group of new volunteers will join as timely aids. Thus, the process of learning, making mistakes and maturing goes on and on. The wiser ones among us do not repeat the same mistake twice. Spiritual beings will not make a deliberate mistake even once. The moment a team is formed, the game begins. If there is anyone in the team with a different outlook, what is your response? Do you try to distance yourself from them or exclude them from activities? The way of the heart does not condone such distancing between team members. When groups start forming within teams, groupism begins. Groupism can be defined as the coming together of gossipiers. At its worst, gossip is a disguised form of cruelty that weakens our ethical radar system, the heart. Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people. Quote by Eleanor Roosevelt. You may think that you have purified the movement by excluding someone, but ask yourself, is it really so? Babuji has declared that Sahaj Marg will be known for its unity, and this demands that we adapt to the principle that promotes brotherhood. It is brotherhood that leads to unity. Let us ask ourselves, what is the difference between us and the great personalities whom we revere every single day? And among all of us here today, who is able to contribute most effectively to our movement? It is those of us who can get along with everyone despite all the differences. Why? Because such souls understand that it is not worth spoiling one's spiritual condition for anyone. Even more tragic is to let go of one's ideal or mere superficial differences. The beauty of differences is that when they are brought together, they complete an entire picture, which would be seen only partially through the limited eyes of a single person. The members of a team who agree with one another may be together today, but the same gang may disappear tomorrow when differences creep in. An associate who really cares will not speak an unkind word of any sort, but will pray to better understand the others, and will also pray for their betterment. Spreading ill will about a team member is akin to spreading germs. Respectful restraint in curbing gossip is critical. You may live long protecting yourself from deadly viruses, but falling prey to the defect of gossip means instant spiritual suicide. On the other hand, what is spiritual greatness? One who is great is one who has evolved. What is the signature of the evolution? Acceptance and adaptation. When I am rigid in my differences with others, non-acceptance prevails. And when I do not accept, where is the possibility of adaptation? According to one theory of evolution, those who do not adapt will perish, and a species or group that does not adapt will become extinct. So let us accept and adapt to the perceived differences among us, which in reality only enhance our movement. May unity prevail. All the best on the occasion of beloved Daaji's 65th birthday celebrations. Thank you for listening.